Alright, it's time for some more triangle strategy. Quick save data will be erased. I didn't realize I had quick save data. Okay, so we're gonna weigh our options for which group to see off. I was thinking of going with the people to the north, but I don't know. I'll wait and hear the arguments.
It seems your first test as Lord has come. 'Tis no small matter either.
I mean, it's kind of a small matter, isn't it?
Indeed, but I needn't face it alone. I would ask each of you where you think we should go and why. State your case before the scales of conviction. Then we shall decide our destination.
See, my whole thing is I was thinking of going to the people at the north because they don't like me. Maybe we can make them like us. But the other people were nice, so I don't know. I was thinking of also just going with the sand people. The reason to go with them would be because like we already have an alliance with the north people because of Frederica.
We take a vote and the
I don't
consensus
know. I can see
determines our
both
action.
sides.
Is that it?
That is correct. So long as my allies walk by my side, their opinions carry equal weight to mine. Such is the way of House Wolford. As Lord, I shall bear the weight of consequence for the Scales' decision, whatsoever they may be.
You are more serious than usual, my friend.
He understands what it means to be Lord of his house.
Well, I hope you have room for a stowaway, because I'm going too. In secret, of course. I trust the new Lord Wolford will handle the ponderous negotiations and diplomacy with grace.
Your Highness, you cannot be...
You may stay ashore if you wish, Huette.
You know I cannot allow that. If you insist on going, then I shall attend you.
Well then, it would seem the matter is settled.
There is exactly one coin for each of us.
Nice.
It seems fate has conspired to bring balance to our proceedings. How curious.
Curious? I see it as a sign that the heavens approve of my joining you.
Wait, am I miscounting? They said there were 7 coins, right? There's 8 of us here, unless I don't need a coin.
You are ever the optimist, my
Or is
friend.
Huette not getting one because she's just kind of tagging along?
Shall we proceed, my lord? One coin, one vote.
Very well. I would hear each of your thoughts on the matter in turn.
Are we gonna have to convince them?
Then you shall place your coin upon the scales of conviction and illuminate the road ahead.
Yeah, this is gonna be like a tutorial for this. Yeah, I think one of the things I'm gonna try to do with this is try to debate them from both sides, then figure out what to do. I'm just gonna say whatever goes with the situation, I think. Necessary information beforehand. May not always be found in the same room where the votes are cast. Interesting. So some of the information that we gathered in the tournament might help here, is what I'm gathering from that. Let's talk to the guard first. Oh. So... what's the difference between these two and just talking to people? Oh, is this choosing one? Guess we'll talk to the...
Listen, lad.
That doesn't seem like good reasoning. Nuptial circuits says, good in persuasion. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna try to persuade everyone the opposite way of what they're saying. Ministry of Medicine? I'm gonna go with the source one.
Aye, but
Yeah, but we already have the union with them.
I've made up my mind.
Okay.
Say,
Man, it seems like everyone wants to go to Ace for us, don't they? Just have a feeling. That sounds like a good answer.
certainly.
Like, see, I just want them all thinking about both choices. That's how I'm gonna play this.
Terranova.
Like, I might even vote for Ace for us. See, we're gonna try and convince her to go home. I kind of just want to go there to convince the other people to like me, the ones that don't. But I guess we'll go with this one.
I see. And?
Yeah, I feel like this is a good one to go with. So we're getting a bunch of people
Lord
undecided.
Serenella, hello.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a good reason to go there. Like, what?
Possibly. My mind is made up.
So everyone's moving to undecided.
Lord Serenella.
Guess we'll decide with Ace for us. She would probably like that, but I don't want to play people against that. I'm gonna play my character a certain way. Because I'm sure that sounds like something that would be up her alley. I'm gonna go with the Frederica's home one.
Then,
Lord Serenoa.
Nah, I'm gonna go with the source one.
But okay.
He wants to go to his end.
Lord Serenoa. Ah. Certainly.
Are they gonna make me choose? Because they're all gonna be undecided. Hmm. Let's go with the knowledge one. Sounds like
Quite true.
that'd be up his alley.
I am decided.
What about the two that are up here? What happens if I talk to these two? Oh, could have learned more about them beforehand. Oh well. What's going on in Glenbrook? Hmm. Okay. Oh no, we pissed him off. Anything else I can do before? Oh, some ladders to go down. Guessing there's probably items around, maybe, right? Or maybe not. Ladders over here, too. Why are there so many ladders around? So I guess, do we make the decision now? Sure. I think we persuaded everyone to the other side.
It is time to cast our votes. Do we journey to the Grand Duchy of Esfrost or the Holy State of Hyzant? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
You've convinced me.
You make a convincing argument, my lord.
I'm guessing because this is the first one, it's easy to convince them the opposite direction. We're probably gonna have them split down the middle because of this.
I wholeheartedly agree.
I have no qualms with that.
I guess I don't have to try to convince everyone. I could probably just
You have my vote.
choose what I want to choose.
I changed my mind.
Wait, I guess we're going to his aunt, probably.
Forgive me, lad.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
Oh, so I don't get a vote? That's why there's 7. I didn't even think about it. Going Ace Frost? I think that's agreement. Damn. 5-2?
The way forward is decided. We journey to Esfrost.
So yeah, I think going forward I should just probably play it the way they kind of want you to, just convince people that you want to convince. That was funny though.
We have decided. We set sail for Esfrost. Whether or not it proves to be the right choice will depend on our actions. I trust in you all.
We are ready to set sail, Lord Patriot.
Very good, my lord. When you pay respects to the Archduke, remember that you do so on behalf of our king.
Archduke Gustadolf will be pleased that you chose to honor our nation with a visit. I'm sure he is eager to get to know his new brother-in-law as well.
The feeling is mutual, I assure you.
Does this mean she is coming back too? I feel myself getting sick already.
See, I just want these two to like me.
That swill they call wine will taste even more vile now, I fear.
Oh no. This is a mistake already.
My lady, are you sure you wouldn't prefer to stay at Castle Wolford?
Nonsense. I am coming with you.
Whither the river flows completed. We did a thing.
Serenoa, acting as King Regnar's envoy, charts a course down the Norzelia River for the Duchy of Esfrost.
Oh, I
Ere long,
forgot.
Serenoa and
We
crew
unlocked some new
arrive at a
things the other
massive
day.
gate, itself dwarfed by the snow-covered mountains that lie beyond.
Me and Cam and I kinda wanted to check them out.
Awaiting them at Twins Gate, as it is known, is Farog Esfrost, second in power and influence only to the Archduke himself.
Chapter 3, Part 2, The Land of Snow and Ice. So this Part 2 would be different, I guess, depending on the choice, obviously. Now we're just going straight in.
Avlora, Erica, Thalis, welcome home. I trust the ceremony was a fruitful one.
'Twas my duty as minister to be present.
Thank you for having us in your domain, Uncle. The crags are lovely as ever.
Lord Svarog, I present to you Lord Serenoa Wolfort, come on behalf of King Regna.
Ah, the Wolfort boy. Frederica's betrothed, yes?
The very same, my lord. I thank you for the warm welcome.
The honor is mine, Lord Serenoa. Svarog Esfrost at your service. I watch over Twinsgate, the front door of our duchy.
This guy seems nicer than those two.
Lord Svarog is father to Dragan, and uncle to the Archduke and myself.
Where is Dragan? Did he not come with us?
We did not expect to see you again so soon, Frederica. But I understand wanting to show off your handsome groom-to-be.
Uncle, please. You embarrass me.
Good to see you're still not afraid to speak your mind. A word of advice, lad. You do well not to anger her.
I shall take your words to heart.
What does that mean?
Quite the burden you're undertaking, my friend.
Prince Roland, I did not expect you'd be in attendance.
It's been quite some time, Lord Svarog. But today I come as an attendant to House Wolfort.
A secret visit, then. Say no more.
Secret
King
visit?
Regna thanks Lord Dragan for all he has done for the mining effort. His engineering prowess has proved indispensable.
As his boasting has no doubt proved intolerable. Forgive the boy, my lord. That said, rest assured his goals are sincere. He truly does wish to lead us into a new era. I pray you'll lend him the strength to see that it becomes a reality.
You have my word.
You expect great things from him, then?
Against my better instincts, perhaps. But such is my lot as the boy's father. But forgive me. No doubt you are weary from your journey. I shall keep you no longer. Archduke Gustadolf awaits you at Ironstone.
I wonder what we're gonna be doing here. Besides just taking
Then
a
we
tour.
shall take our leave. Thank you, Lord Svarog.
In we go. Oh, some optional stuff out here. Oh, why is that? Oh, it's already zoomed out as far as I can, that's why. I was wondering why when I press that button it just stops my cursor, but... so before we go there, let's check out what was new in here. Remember they mentioned that I unlocked something over here. Sundry shop? Promote unit classes here. They're all recruits. I have to catch him up because he died in that battle so early. I'm sure it's fine. But how do you know? Oh cool, it changes their outfits too? Put their stats, maximum TP, and unlock new acquirable abilities. Appropriate medal? Medal of Bravery or level 10? Becomes a swordman, cavalryman. Oh, so they all become different jobs, so they all start as recruits? And gain new abilities? That is so cool. I'm guessing you're not going to get too many medals of bravery if they all require one. So it's pretty much you're going to get a few and you promote people early? That's what it sounds like to me, I would assume. Oh, you could buy them with the kudos. The only thing is, wouldn't it be better to just wait until level 10? Executed immediately in battle and differ from abilities in 3Q8. Do not consume a turn. UP, not TP? Once per battle. They're limited in quantities and new ones will be added to the story progress. Okay, so you can't just go nuts with them? Damn, these are expensive though. Guaranteed critical hit. Healing would be good. So these are just lower? Should I buy all the lore books? Yeah, let's buy the lore books. They're not expensive. Okay, so what else was that? Is it just him or this person was new? Mental mock battles? Huh. So do you level up in these battles? This might be a way to like level up a bit. Yeah, let's do it. Could always use some levels, right? Okay. So wait, how do you check the reserves? I guess, yeah, we should have one extra person, but how do you, like... I probably should have read that better. I'm just curious, like, how do you get rid of a person? Wait, units.
Very good. For the honor of House Wolfort.
So who isn't in?
And now, to arms!
Oh, I see the icon now. So, our Archer's not in. Should I have her sit out? He's level 3. Yeah, sure. Oh wait though, also he's not in. I think we should put him in, but I don't know who to sit out. So we can sit Roland out? I gotta get used to these controls for this. Yeah, Roland to sit out, and we'll put... Well, actually, he's higher, but I think it'll be fine. He's a good tank, that's why I want him in. That should be good. Basic training.
Your orders?
For the honor of House Wolfort. I'll make this quick.
I see a path to victory.
Hmm.
Stay composed.
Splendid.
Come at me!
I don't know if I want to go charging in yet. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Away!
Shall we begin?
Yeah, she's a healer. We're back here, I guess. Yeah, there's no point in... Will it give you experience, I wonder, if you heal someone who's full?
Your wounds are healed.
Experimentation time, I guess.
This will help.
Yeah, it does.
I fight for peace.
It's weak to it. Shit, I can't get any closer, can I? Hmm. I could just bite the bullet and take the damage. Let's do it.
2 ashes. We can win this.
Oh, does
For a better world.
that fire doesn't hit teammates? That would have been good information to know beforehand. That would have helped in that first battle, like the tournament. Oh, we have to be careful with him, but
My turn.
these guys don't seem very strong.
Yeah. Sound strike.
Have another!
Victory is within
Have
reach.
another!
Owie. Oh, I'm getting double attacked. Frozen? Hmm. Reduced mobility and accuracy of units standing on them. That's kind of neat.
Defeat is not an option. Here! Haha!
My stratagem is superior.
Ah, thought that would kill him.
I've gained new strength.
Pursuit stance. Oh shit, I'm worried about these two.
I shall try my level best. You have nothing left.
You've left yourself open.
Come at me! You're done!
So they're gonna get turns now? I'm gonna put him here so that if they attack my mage, he
I shall do what I can.
can help out.
Allow me. Thank you.
Let me show you what I've learned.
This guy, oh, he's not that hurt.
With the powers in me.
Am I reading the turn order wrong? Like, that's the next person to go, right? How come they didn't attack? It's weird. Back up a bit. Owie.
Time to work.
You've left yourself open.
Ha! Victory is within reach.
A new power.
Throw poison. Hmm.
Sound strike.
Defeat is not an option.
I thought he wanted an ability too, but I guess not.
Perish.
There is no mercy on the battlefield. All for victory.
That'll do.
Oh no.
Shall we begin?
You left yourself open to a back attack, sir.
That hit the mark.
I'll leave her there so that she can
I'll take you on.
attack with this.
You're done.
Convictions have strengthened. What, from just doing training? Is that what that is? We got 10 kudos. We got fiber. Isn't that used for like leveling up your guys? So wait, by just convictions going up, does it just mean the kudos or whatever? Not 100% sure. These are just like tips, some of them. Just trying to see what these are about. Most of these are just lower, I guess. So now everyone's level 3. The weapon rank. So he pretty much requires iron for everything. Same. Ember stone. Fiber, so that's for her. I guess everyone has like their own type of stuff they require. Regards timber and fiber. And I could buy some of that apparently. It doesn't cost that much to buy. But you can only buy 2? Wait a minute, it might be worth... Might be worth buying some of this stuff? I'll buy a bit of each. Actually, you know what? We have enough money. I didn't realize that it was going to be limited, so... Now the problem is, who do I level up? So his now requires 6 because he's got 1 weapon damage up? This is going to get interesting. Increase your luck at max HP? Ember and stone. Kinda want her stuff to go up. Does weapon potency mean her magic? Or would it just mean her physical attack? Fire damage dealt with clear weather? Oh, it costs 5. Oh, it costs money to put this up too. Whoops. I guess I'm not gonna be able to do it yet. Oh well. Insert attack. This is almost like the first battle that we had. Oh, its enemies have been... I see. It's the opposite of the one before. I kind of want him up here. Hmm. Sit her.
Leave it
I'll
to
get
me.
Roland in instead. Yeah, I don't think an archer's gonna help me either. The problem is, I'm a little confused where I'm gonna put my supports when the battle actually begins. This is gonna be rough, actually. I guess we're just going. Oh shit. They go first too. Owie. Okay, that's just rude.
I won't lose. My lance strikes true. Yes.
This is good.
That hit the mark.
Shit. I didn't realize I left her open too. I'm gonna have to get used to this game. I'm not like super great at strategy games,
For the
so
honor of House Wolfort.
I could attack his back, but I don't think I'll do that.
Let us pry out their weakness. All for victory.
Thank you.
Come at me!
That leaves them open for attack though if I...
I'll be your shield.
Shit.
Oh, no. They're good. Allow me.
Hide out a little bit. Ah, the double attacks are getting me destroyed.
I can still stand.
Kill that guy.
Two ashes.
Should have left the middle open for her to go into. Shit. Oh, she's gonna go down.
Charge. It ends here.
Yeah, she's going down.
Mother.
Let us pry out their weakness. All for victory.
Our victory is assured. From where shall we strike?
I take out this guy on the side.
This ends here.
take you on! Come on!
Oh, I was hoping he would attack too. I'm gonna risk it. If he comes up behind me, then he has to try to
Almost.
get double attacked.
Let me heal your wounds.
Nobody's really hurt. I guess I can heal him.
Allow me.
Sorry to worry you.
Your wounds. Oh no, it's a healer. Shit, he's surrounded.
For victory!
Hmm. Is there a way to tell, like... It says 100% accuracy. It doesn't tell you, like, is that... It doesn't tell you, like, if Serenoa's gonna attack there or not.
You don't stand a chance! Did you see that? Too slow!
Or maybe the 100% means he's gonna attack? I'm not really sure.
From where shall we strike?
Didn't realize it put his attack in it too. Do I just try to fight this guy?
Wait your turn!
There is no mercy on the battlefield.
Your luck has run out.
Nice. Uh-oh, I'm a little worried about her being, or him too.
I've been waiting for this.
Kind of an idea with him. Provoke this guy?
I'll be your shield.
Now that they're all provoked, we run back.
I ain't that slow.
I shall do what I can.
Does anyone need healing? No? Not really. Well, she could heal herself, but let's go after this guy.
My stratagem is superior.
Okay, I like that
My
even the
knowledge
support
grows
classes in
deeper.
this game can attack and do damage. Let's go here just so he can't get surrounded. I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of this a little bit. Gotta get used to not letting people get surrounded. That's the tough part.
You don't stand a chance! Forward!
This ends here. Just die already.
I shall try my level best.
Give it to
I
him.
have your back.
We'll get him yet. I've been waiting for this.
So he can't really move anywhere. Guess we're just gonna attack him. Although... Nah.
Cool heads shall prevail. Your wounds are healed. My growth is plain to see.
Nice. Oh, we need to do something about that healer, although he's not healing enough to really matter.
Yes!
Keep going for the backstabs, I guess.
Forward! Ha! What have we here? To lead, I must grow.
I see a path to victory.
Now! Just die already!
Oh, missed.
You won't beat me! You're done!
Follow my lead.
Grab this over here.
I shall do what I can.
Wait, what is the difference between the purple ones and non-purple? It's weird that it auto-targets the one that's most hurt.
Be at ease.
Thank you.
So we just got a healer to fight.
Oh,
Man, he's got
Charge!
got no fear here. Completely surrounded.
My lance strikes true!
You've made a grave mistake.
Defeat is not an option.
I shall try my level best. I have your back.
Perfect.
I'll take you on! You're done!
Yeah, I wonder what the whole convictions thing means. It hasn't really explained it to me yet. So I guess there's no other ones right now. I thought it would have unlocked more, maybe. Do we have enough to actually upgrade anything? There we go, her fire is a little stronger. Okay, I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Hop right back in. It was kind of throwing me off. So I'm using my Switch Pro, obviously, because it's a Switch game. But I've been playing so much like Death Stranding and whatnot, I usually have it plugged in. Not used to having like no cord next to it. Actually very different. Wait, is nothing else? Oh, yeah, this is the wrong store. Wanted to check this again. They're all 50, weren't they? Yeah, we don't have enough to buy anything. So I guess these, do they... Quistis Point Plus. So how many Quistis Points do we have right now? And I guess they would reset every battle, right? How do you like check stuff like that? I don't know, I guess we'd have to just check in battle. So, wait, details. What is... Oh yeah, we got an HP ring, didn't we? HP by 10? Who should have that? I'm trying to think, out of all the people with lower HP... I think Roland should have that, just because he's going to be in the front lines a little more than some of the people. But I wanted to see, like, how do you check... Wait, hide guide, no, details. Can I look at what pursuit stance is over there? 'Cause I didn't see that in battle. It looks like it might be automatic or something? So far, this game's UI is a little confusing sometimes. I'm sure we'll get used to it. But yeah, is there really no way from the roster to check that? I want to check the abilities. Like, details just goes into the accessory details. Oh. Oh, so I'm an idiot. I'm thinking of Xbox buttons. I was hitting equip accessories. Derp. Accuracy and damage dealt by follow-up attacks. I wonder, does that mean his follow-up attacks or other people attacking with him? Anything else I need to check on these people? Passive. Grants additional HP to allies 50% or less. So it heals more the people that are hurt. Double throw, scourge, throw poison. Blinding arrow. Okay, let's get out of here. I feel like I got a bit stronger, and I helped the characters that kind of didn't do as much in that first fight, which felt good. What's going on here? Just talking about him in his absence. It's kind of rude.
Brother, where is Roland? I've yet to see him today.
And you shan't, for he has left. Took it upon himself to join the mission abroad.
He did? I see.
Again, prioritizing his personal wishes above his station. Is there no end to his selfishness?
Wow.
You haven't any love for him, have you?
Love. I would rather think of him as little as humanly possible.
Jeez, what a jerk.
How can you say that? He's family.
Royal family, and our duty is to the crown above all. Do not look to Roland for inspiration if you wish to carry yourself in a manner befitting your station, dear Cordelia.
Oh, is that it?
I am Gustadolf, Archduke of Esfrost. Allow me to personally welcome you to my nation. I hear I am addressing the new Lord of House Wolfort, yes?
Serenoa Wolfort, Your Grace. It is an honor to have an audience with you. On behalf of King Regna and all of Glenbrook, you have our sincere gratitude for your generous contributions to the mining effort.
Consider your gratitude accepted. Avlora informs me that you fought well in the tourney. I would much like to see for myself how the legendary Simon's son carries himself in battle.
I train twice as hard, yet am not half the warrior he is.
It is good that you make such effort. I would expect no less for my brother-in-law to be. Norzelia is changing. The time when matters were settled by blade draws to a close. In the spirit of this age of diplomacy, I would hear your honest thoughts on the mining accord.
I'm gonna go with the Harmony one.
I believe it an important alliance that may bring harmony to our three nations.
An uninspiring answer.
Wow.
And naive at that. Do you truly believe that each of our nations aspires to the same harmony?
And what is it that you aspire to, Your Grace?
Why, peace for all of Norzelia, of course. Peace and freedom for all its peoples to live as they please. Frederica, do not lose sight of your role in all of this. Stand by Serenoa always, and represent Esfrost with pride and grace.
I shall, brother.
Prince Roland, as you have come in secret, I will dispense with formalities.
I appreciate the consideration, Your Grace.
That said, does King Regna not worry that his younger son visits a foreign land on his own?
I am no longer a child, and it is a prince's duty to be worldly.
A fine outlook. In that case, I would show you to the archives.
It holds countless tomes, from the ancient to the new. I dare say it rivals that of Hyzant's Ministry of Medicine.
An intriguing offer, and one I gladly accept.
I wonder if that's going to affect anything gameplay-wise. Because it's just me.
Free to join us as well.
Because I've heard, like, based on the demo, that some of the stuff affects gameplay. So this one seems like they have, like, attacking magic, and the other place is healing? So it's like, is that going to affect anything?
Truly, Your
with
Grace?
my characters?
I understand the archives hold many a closely guarded
So I'm kind of
secret.
curious.
And rest assured, I have no intention of giving those away. But now that we are allies, through mining and marriage alike, a brief tour is more than in order.
I'm still going to make choices based on story. Gameplay will just follow it. Oh, what is this?
Beg your pardon.
Smuggler.
But I heard this is where the salt flows cheap like.
Not here, it doesn't. Go bother someone else.
I'm not asking for my health. Here's an advance.
How much do you need?
As much as you can spare.
This feels like a drug deal.
I'm good for 10 times what I gave you.
I'm not to sell you now. Come back tonight, money in hand, to the spot marked here.
And I know your face, so don't try anything stupid.
You have my word. That looks like the spot on the map. Just there. Right then, Sickers. I've got the location for you. This is where they do their dirty work.
I knew you were the man for the job. Excellent work, Rudolph.
My name's cleared then, yeah? I'll be pardoned?
Oh, it's turning them in.
You have my word. That said, our forces are stretched quite thin this evening. We'll need you to assist in apprehending them as well.
Risk my life in exchange for a pardon? Are you mad?
We need you. These fiends are swindling the poor, selling them impure salt mixed with all manner of unsavory things. They must be jailed at all costs.
Fine. I'll help you bring him in.
Glad to hear it. You're too good a man to be branded a criminal.
Don't you flatter me after all this. You saw him, didn't you? They don't work alone. An operation like this ain't run by one man. And last I checked, we're only 2.
We'll assemble reinforcements.
What an astounding collection of tomes.
The sum of Norzelia's knowledge, including volumes thought lost or banned outright in other nations.
Banned books?
I did not expect to see so many people in a facility so important.
Each and every one is a scholar, conducting important research in their field of expertise.
Scholars? All of them?
Brother gives no thought to background, gender, or social status during the selection process. All in Esfrost are given equal opportunity, provided they show desire and aptitude.
Of course, we prize ability above all else. So long as they produce results, they are free to research as they please.
Most open-minded approach.
Indeed.
I see now how Esfrost arrives at its marvels of engineering.
This portion contains the collected writings on metallurgy and our nation's rich history with iron. Our ancestors were but a tribe of impoverished hunters until the man who would become our first Archduke discovered iron. Iron changed our lives. It transformed the way we worked, farmed, built, and fought. The history of iron is the history of Esfrost. It is our pride and joy, the engine that drives us.
My father told us that Esfrost is made of iron, that neither its people nor weapons would bend.
Just so, Prince Roland.
Your Grace. Forgive me the interruption. I have unfortunate news regarding the issue of which we spoke.
Are we gonna have to help out with this?
So you require reinforcements. Say no more.
Then there was the matter of the pardon.
On which my thinking has not changed. We will speak no more of this.
Understood.
Is he not gonna pardon
Honored
the guy?
guests, I would consult with you on an important matter. This is Sickris, commander of Esfrost's constabulary.
Has something happened?
We have discovered an illicit salt trade operating within our borders. Yet we lack, at the moment, the manpower to address it. Might we have your assistance in apprehending the scofflaws?
Why, I would...
Lord Serenoa, matters of salt are fraught. I advise you not to engage without a clear strategy.
I understand it is a complex issue. Needless to say, I would not force this upon you.
Sounds simple to me. Just bringing some criminals to justice, yeah?
That's what it sounds like to me.
I say aye, my lord.
I concur. What better way to thank His Grace for a tour of the archives?
Am I gonna have to actually make a choice? Oh, no.
We shall help you.
I could not be more thankful. Sicrus, brief our friends on the situation.
Of course, Your Grace. Come, I shall show you to the garrison.
I wish they'd just tell me if there's bonus objectives out there so I don't have to look every time. Oh, they're in like an investigation phase.
I'm honored to have House Wolford fight at our side.
As I am happy to be of service. Now then, what is the situation?
Eisen's excessive salt taxes have given rise to an illicit salt trade that plagues the duchy.
Makes sense.
I have heard tell that the tariffs are exorbitant, but I've not heard a price.
Let it suffice to say that the cost of a single handful of salt could feed a family for a month.
Good heavens.
As such, demand for salt, even impure or stolen, is nigh on infinite.
A crime, to be sure, but a necessary evil for the poor. Tight regulation risks drawing their ire.
Perhaps we should not have agreed to this so readily.
Indeed, the Archduke has a sharp mind and a silver tongue.
My brother may appear generous and open-minded, but one should never feel too safe around him.
I was too eager, my lord. And for that, I apologize.
I was the one who agreed. Fraught as the matter is, I could not refuse the Archduke to his face.
Illicit salt trade would threaten the salt revenue on which the duchy depends. Thus, they feel they must intervene, correct?
Precisely. We understand the plight of the people without question. On matters of maintaining order, however, we cannot waver, lest seams in the social fabric be rent asunder.
I understand the circumstances and wish to reiterate that you have our support. How would you employ us?
Our spy has already discovered where the smugglers operate. A transaction is to occur tonight. We shall make a move once our spy lures the smugglers into the open.
Understood. Then we shall familiarize ourselves with the town by nightfall.
Oh, so that's what we're doing. Observe the town, see if we can come up with a strategy. So that's one thing I liked in the demo too. You get to choose how to affect the battle. This is interesting. Merchants are open. Rare items you won't find a provisioner, huh? I should definitely keep a bit of money every so often when I come to places. Here. I think there'd be items up there. Indigent mounted on hawks? I keep forgetting to check, like, can you heal with those items just as a turn in battle? I haven't, like, bothered with it. Convictions have been strengthened because I talked to a cat. Ironmongering? Yeah, it's a little worrisome. I feel like we have to mention it. Oh, this guy. I have a feeling they're gonna screw that guy over. I don't know exactly the way this place is set up, the way they keep mentioning that. Oh, what is this? Is this the merchant they're talking about? What could I buy here? Firestone? So items that just do damage? Ooh, we can buy more of this. I don't have the money though. Buy 2 timber. Just because it's not going to be available all the time, right? I feel like money's going to be hard to manage in this game. It's the kind of gist I'm getting at, like just by playing for a little bit. And this later on you start getting like a ton of money or something. Sure. What's in the archives? Cool. You know what? Can I reverse? Oh, whoops. Is there a way to reverse the camera direction? Because it feels off. It's bugging me. Vertical? Or wait, I'm reading that wrong. I always forget which one's which. No, that's the opposite of what I wanted. Although actually, do I want them both inverted? Yeah, that feels a lot better. Every time I go to move the camera, I just move in the wrong direction. Every so often I see those like shines. Oh, this one actually is. Guess I should keep an eye out to see if there's any more books I can grab. Oops. One here? So I guess you can't get every item in the game if, like, if we went to the other place, we wouldn't get the stuff that we're getting here. Interesting. Magic ring? Wait, can I go to the encampment? Can I come back real quick? Like, I guess so, but... I'm guessing magic ring's gonna be for her. Oops. Increases magic attack by 1. It's kind of neat that you just go to that. So that encampment is kind of just like a menu. Who are you? Collection of finely honed intellects? Yeah, makes sense. Centric one? Pond of rocks? Is that like a reference to something? Someone who's smart, fond of rocks. Maybe it's someone that we see later? Hmm. I think that's everything here. Look around a little bit more. Oh, do we talk to her? Yeah, I guess we're good. Feels like we didn't learn that much from just wandering around. That guard mentioned that the people are strong or whatever. I don't know how that's gonna help me. Recommended level 4. I just feel like we're always just a little bit behind in level. I'm not sure how that happens. Like, I guess we are level 4, but not really. Like, not everyone in my party's level 4. I guess that's fine. I guess over time, Sereno is just going to become higher level than some of the people, though. Or I guess in those optional fights, I could probably sit him. I guess in these fights, you get to use everyone.
That's the bell at Ironstone. It's midnight. The exchange is about to take place. We'll make ourselves known once the smugglers have assembled.
Might that be one of the smugglers there?
No, that's Rudolph, a spy of ours. He helped us uncover this operation. A reformed salt smuggler himself.
Whom you now employ as an informant.
Few would understand the landscape better than someone on the inside. most ingenious.
That was part of my reasoning. But there is more to it. His intentions were noble even as his actions broke the law. He's not at his core an evil man. I say that as an officer whose instincts were honed over many an arrest. Which is why I personally selected him to be my eyes and ears.
The smugglers are here, and they come in numbers.
Frosty soldiers? What are they doing here?
Corrupted by the siren song of money in the black salt market, no doubt.
Would it were not so. But my eyes do not deceive me.
The fight will not be easy. How shall we proceed?
This cannot be allowed to continue. If that means bloodshed, then so be it.
Understood. Then we make our move.
Oh, jeez.
Who are you?
This is the constabulary. Lay down your arms, and come quietly if you value your lives.
A trap! Kill them all!
That didn't go very well.
Fellow soldiers,
shit.
and give chase. Don't let them escape.
That guy's got a bow and he's like
Rudolph,
in the middle.
follow his orders.
And just who is he exactly?
Cyrano Wolford of Glenbrook. The Archduke personally requested my help.
What? The young Lord of House Wolford?
If I had to guess, this guy's probably gonna come with us.
I'm grateful for the help, but don't muck it up, yeah? My good name hangs in the balance.
Oh jeez. Deployed units, 6 out of 7. What are you doing up there, Eridor? You're gonna be in the front ground. Oh, what? Why can't I? Oh. Not that many positions, I guess. Oh, this guy's down here too. Okay, actually, put him down there. Actually. So how do I... Recommended? Huh, interesting.
At your service.
So I guess we'll keep her up here. Whoops. So someone has to sit, I'm just wondering. Should I get Anna in there and have someone else sit? He's recommended. I kind of want everyone in, that's the problem here. I could sit him. I just don't want to have her sit just because she's the lowest right now. I'm just trying to think what role she takes over.
Shall we?
I'll keep her in. Yeah, I guess we'll do
I
that.
live to serve.
So she's gonna... Okay, I'll put him down here. Looks good. So we have some allies here. I wonder how good they're gonna be. Should try to keep them alive too.
The Dutch is beyond saving if the soldiers have stooped to smuggling. The rot's too deep now.
should probably save
no
him
intention
first.
of defending them, but their poverty leaves them few options. They're still human, after all.
I expect you'll put that sympathy aside if it comes to blows.
For the good of the duchy, yes. Any who resist shall taste my blade.
Simulation mode? Huh. Unit other than yourself? Oh, so is that just gonna tell me what they do?
Time to work.
What does that mean, simulation mode? Let's see. If I click on... I'm not sure how that works exactly. I guess it's for attacking. It looks like they're gonna get a whole bunch of turns at the start. Why can't she? Oh, she can only throw poison that far. Move to support, I guess. Ah, of course you're gonna attack her.
My turn.
So wait, how does the turn order work here? Like that's... Okay, so that's the order. Why was it a minute ago in a different order? Like, she's gonna go next? Hmm. I'm trying to figure out how the simulation mode works. I don't really understand what it's talking about. Simulation. Yeah, I don't know. Should I use double hands for this guy?
My lance strikes true. I grow ever stronger.
Burn to rush. Shit, there's guys up there too!
This battle
Didn't
is
even
ours.
notice. Feel bad. Can I shoot any of them from up here? Yeah.
Take that!
Damn.
Forward march. Brace yourselves.
Cheer.
Much appreciated. To work.
Oh, we get to control him. Okay. He's gonna go next. Got a bow though? What does he have for abilities? Great shot? Huh. Set traps. I'm trying to think how he can get out of here. I don't really see an easy way.
Yeah! Defeat is not an option. Perish.
Where do I want our back lines up there? I'm gonna have to move one of my main guys here. So they're gonna go, then they're gonna go. Oh, everyone's kind of mixed around. They're gonna get a lot of turns in a row here, though. Shit, I'm gonna have to move everyone down here and hope. Could you sprint? No matter what, there's so many enemies around. That's the problem I'm gonna run into, like... If I attack him... No, he's not gonna attack too. those two are gonna get a turn. I'm trying to plan out what I'm doing. Guess he'll attack him.
Come on!
Not the greatest, but
I shall do what I can.
oh, not close enough.
Allow me.
That's a help.
I fight for peace.
Oh, it's wet, so it's gonna do less damage. But we'll get the one guy down.
With the powers in me.
Or maybe not. Interesting. What's going on with this camera angle? Can't move it right now while we're going. We're getting surrounded. Actually, throw poison. Oh, I can't throw poison at the other guy.
Allow me.
Yeah, this is a problem. How's the turn order looking? She could take out that guy, I guess. We're getting a bunch of turns in a row. Wait, can he attack him? No, he's too far down. Screw it, just take him out. Move down there to block them from getting through. I was hoping for some follow-up attacks, but we're not getting them.
Forward!
There's way too many guys here. There's also too many guys back here.
My duty shall be done.
He's got that kind of.
We doing this?
He's in a bad spot. End the turn, whoever steps on it, up to 3 can be set. Do they have to actually step on it, or do they just walking by it? I guess, yeah, walking by it's not going to be... When does our healer get a turn? For a while. He might die. I could find out how items work. Like if I use an item, is it gonna end his attack? take the risk, I guess. Wait, where's the guy that I heard over here? Oh, this guy? Wait, so how does that... Straight arrow kill him?
Aim and fire! I've been waiting for this!
How come we're not getting any follow-up attacks? Guess we'll take this guy out if we can. Like with these guys. If they keep doing stuff like that, he's dead. Damn it. I don't think there was anything I could do, even if I used heal. I don't know how you're supposed to get him out.
Bastards. Getting between me and my freedom.
Dang. Shit.
Shall we begin? Your wounds are healed.
My apologies.
You just pushed it into your own guy. Okay, she needs to help up here, I think. Well, that works, but also, yeah, I want these guys to get hurt. I'll attack both of these, I guess. Right? That's kind of good, but... Let's attack these two.
With the powers in me.
Yeah, we're in some trouble here. Some big trouble. Though some of these guys aren't as strong, that guy's gonna cause trouble when he gets down. Actually. No, actually it's better if I... Not gonna kill him in one? No, so we'll attack this guy. Then we'll move over here. Attack this guy.
Sound strike.
Die already!
Oh, he's gonna start taking some damage too now.
I won't lose.
Yeah, I think they've got that, so let's help up out here if I can. Rush? To any enemies in 3 squares along the way? Wait a minute. So if I go rush here, I can get both of them?
I will go through if I must.
Here I come.
Now they have to worry about him behind. So if I attack that heal attack?
Your error is your downfall.
From where shall we strike?
Do I go for the backstab? That's gonna kinda... Fuck it.
Perish.
Need to kill some of these guys quickly. Kinda leaves my mages open for
I'll take you
attack,
on.
but... Did I move them up? Who's next besides him? Oh, they get a bunch of turns.
Come and get me!
Yeah, this is gonna get sketchy.
So it falls to me.
Nice. Oh, he moved out of the way so that he can get backstabbed. Oh, that's not good. Have to get them out of there. Now she's just dead. Now we're in some real trouble.
Let me show you what I've learned.
Sorry.
And of course, she doesn't have enough for that. Oh no.
It worked! Your orders?
Which is attacking from low ground. They're off attacking here, I think.
No quarter.
For life.
No quarter.
That works.
For victory.
Now, can he go here and... Oh, he can't rush anymore. He can attack either or? Backstab or backstab plus attack?
Did you see that? No quarter.
Thought that would kill him, but...
Battle is ours.
That might kill.
What have we here? Defeat is not an option.
He's almost dying, but fuck it.
This ends here. That hit the mark. No quarter.
We need to kill as many of them as we can so they have less turns.
We nearly have them. Stay on your guard. These are trained soldiers we fight.
We must never yield.
Oof, we're gonna lose him in a minute.
You won't beat me!
I like that he stepped in there, though. That's a good spot to step in to stop them.
A bunch of ruffians. What a disgrace.
Shit.
I will end this. Flames, heed my call. I will do what I must.
Flame shield? Sounds good.
I will end this.
Can you attack him from here?
Sound strike. It's over.
So all we have is this tough guy left, pretty much. Oh shit. We have no healing though, which is scary. Where can you move that can actually shoot them? I have to give up the high ground. I want to kill that guy. Oh, it's still not a... Okay then, we'll go over here and use blinding arrow on this guy.
You'll get no mercy from us. I will fight to my last breath.
for victory!
Oh, the turn orders. Okay. Oh, that should hurt.
My lance strikes true! Did you see that?
Hello, me! When a wolf is cornered, perish!
I've been waiting for this! You're done!
Nice.
This calls for a drink.
Steel back. Getting the hang of this. We only lost our healer and the two people we're trying to help. Invigorating spice. Wait, we got some spice for getting rid of the spice trade? That feels wrong. And this is supposed to be that they gave us some haste for us, guys.
We're in your debt, but may never have apprehended the smugglers if not for you.
Aye, that's another worry off your back. And a criminal charge off mine, yeah?
His Grace has granted your pardon, on the condition of your exile.
Exile,
If he can't have me in jail, he wants me out of Aspfrost. Is that it?
Forgive me.
So is he gonna come with us?
The choice I would have made, but the Archduke is a stubborn man.
Don't worry. The feeling's mutual. Never had any love for this place, even if it's all I've known. Got nowhere to go either, mind you. But I'll find my way somewhere.
Well, if you truly know where to go, what would you say to serving House Wolford?
Hmm? You're the lord of your house, aren't you? And you just welcome a criminal like me into your ranks?
You've been pardoned, have you not? That makes you as worthy as any other. Your wits and muscle would be a boon to the house, and I would be grateful for your service.
What more could you ask
Got
for?
another archer.
You could make a new life for yourself at House Wolford. I'm sure of it.
Traps seem interesting.
Aye, I'm sure I can. Right then, Lord Saranoa, I thank ye for your kindness.
Welcome to House Wolford, Rudolph.
What's a suite of bow skills sets traps capable of damaging foes? Restarts level 3? It's fine. You can catch up. Oops. I still wondered. I'm guessing it just means if you actually step on that exact tile. And his artwork makes him look really angry. Talk to him here. Anything new in here? No. Not yet. Wait, let's see if there's anything here to buy first. I guess you have to wait till different chapters to buy stuff. Let's give her some evasion. We just have the 2. Ironstone. So they're gonna hear about what we did.
Thalus, how does Dragan fare?
As blustery and boastful as ever, brother. He is simply beside himself that his contributions to the mine have been recognized.
So he has achieved a measure of success. Perhaps I underestimated him.
What concern is he of ours? He is Svarog's son and of thinner blood.
We are not Glenbrook or Hyzant, Thalus. In Esfrost, a man is judged for his deeds, not his pedigree.
And yet you have appointed me Prime Minister, have you not?
I have given you an opportunity, brother. Do not be mistaken. If you wish to keep your position, prove to me you are deserving of it.
Understood, brother mine.
Dear brother, do with Thalus as you please, but I bid you be wary of Dragan and Svarog. I've reason to believe they've designs on higher seats.
If they mean to overthrow me, then let them try. I shall relish the opportunity to crush them.
Why would Svarog want to throw him? He seems like he's kind of got a good head on his shoulder. And again, we just met him.
I bid you safe passage home, Lord Wolford.
Oh, I thought it. Oh, never mind. I thought I meant this guy for some reason. I thought I meant the guy that I met earlier.
Many thanks for the send-off. Pray relay my gratitude to the Archduke as well.
I shall. And do take care of our friend Rudolph here, who I trust will not be causing you any trouble.
Treating me like a naughty child right to the end.
He's gonna guide my slate tonight.
Anyhow, you take care of yourself, Sicrus.
And with that, I must be off. Till we meet again.
We should be on our way as well.
No one's left anything behind.
Not I. I even purchased a souvenir or two to bring home.
That's all well and good. But once we reach home, it'll be wedding preparations for you.
Indeed. The ceremony fast approaches. Truth be told, I'm more than a little nervous.
Oh dear, is that so? And how are you feeling, Lord Serenoa?
Bit nervous too, of course. But that is easily outweighed by my excitement.
As well it should be. It shall be a celebration for the ages. Isn't that right, Benedict?
Yes, of course.
What troubles you, Benedict? You sound distracted.
Nothing about the ceremony, I assure you. This journey has simply proven a sobering reminder that salt remains a complex issue in our realm.
And yet despite it, we make strides toward peace. The mining accord is proof enough of that.
Roland is right. We can only do what we can to ease tensions and resolve matters peacefully.
A duty which requires constant vigilance.
Land of Snow and Ice completed.
His diplomatic visit as Lord of the House complete, Serenoa returns to the Wolfort domain. Safely within Glenbrook, Roland and Huette retire to Whiteholm in the Crown City. Alas, there is no time for rest in House Wolfort, as Serenoa soon finds himself swept up in preparations for his wedding to Frederica. Dragan, meanwhile, presides over the blasting of a new tunnel at the Grand Norzellian mines.
And ding dong. Oh, jeez.
That should be the end of that bothersome bedrock. Investigate it at once.
What in the name of iron?
What is it? Do we require more explosives?
No, Lord Dragan. You best come see for yourself.
Oh no, what are they gonna find in here? Something good, something bad?
What the? It couldn't be.
Oh, let me guess, salt? That would change things up here, wouldn't it? Because who owns it? If they're all contributing.
That settles the wedding program, then. We still must decide upon the wedding dress, however.
Not we, Benedict. Surely the lady herself must decide. What do you desire, Frederica?
Well...
Hadn't you mentioned wanting to dress in the Rosellan custom for the ceremony?
Then you'd best ask the Roselle about that. There's a Rosellan village here in the domain. I'm sure they'd make you a dress if you asked.
But what of the other nations in attendance? Surely Hyzant would not look kindly upon it.
So what's the story with this Rosellan place? Is it like a place that got destroyed?
Lord Simon, is it true that you assisted the Roselle who fled Hyzant during the war, and that you then granted them asylum here?
Aye, that is how the Roselle came to live within our domain.
It was a source of great tension, but in the end, Lord Simon's perseverance prevailed, and a group of Roselle found new homes here. To this day, the Holy State demands they be returned to Hyzant, citing their goddess's teachings as justification.
The roots of the conflict run deep. Nevertheless, it
We're
is
part
our
of the
duty to
regional
protect
war, I
those
guess.
who we have sworn to take under our wing. Should you choose to dress in the Rosellan custom, we shall stand behind you every step of the way.
Is that so? Then... I see not how I could refuse such a kindness.
I shall accompany you to the village. To tell the truth, I have never been there myself. It would be a good opportunity to get to know them to strengthen our bonds.
As is your duty, my son.
Rosellan custom it is, then. Let us depart at once to make the request.
Aye, all of us. Ooh, I can't wait to see what they come up with.
Okay. Nothing optional to look at? You know, I just noticed this game's called Triangle Strategy. The place is shaped like a triangle. Three Kingdoms. Kind of funny. We're smack dab in the middle. So everyone from Roselle has
Greetings
pink
and
hair?
welcome, Lord Serenoa and Lady Frederica. My name is Jerome. I bid you welcome on behalf of the Roselle. And congratulations on your engagement, as well as assuming lordship of your house.
You have my gratitude. We hope you will continue to lend your support to House Wolford.
You have my word. I owe your Lord Father a great debt. Though even were that not the case, you are engaged to one of our own in Lady Frederica. Few things could bring us more joy. We shall make the finest dress you have ever seen.
On that subject, I have one humble request. I would like to incorporate this pendant into the design.
The pendant you are never without.
'Tis one of a kind, left to me by my late mother. She was one of the Rosellan refugees who fled Hyzant during the war and found her way to Esfrost. In a twist of fate, she fell in love with the former Archduke, and thus was I born. In secret, of course. After I was born, she was sent back to Hyzant, where she met her end.
That's depressing.
I see why it never leaves you. Pray fashion the dress in this pendant's image.
It shall be done, my lord. Let us delay no further. Lady Frederica, please step inside, that we may take your measurements.
Thank you kindly.
The measurements may take some time, Lord Serenoa. Perhaps you'd care to take a stroll and see the village while you wait.
I'd very much like that. Thank you.
I guess that's gonna come into question later, like we're gonna have to choose whether to protect them or not, or something. These all sound like good ideas. I'm gonna say this one because it's more optimistic, it sounds like. You can't jump across. Oh, feels like the frame rate's kind of chugging a bit in this town. Hmm. Just made that kid's day. Huh. So Hyzant doesn't like them, basically. I wonder, do I have a note? Whoops. Do I have a note about these people? Just curious. It doesn't look like it. Information. I don't understand the convictions thing. There's nothing in here, like, I go tutorials. Anything that mentions convictions? Wait, I'm curious about this. Yeah, I know the mark appears, but I guess when the mark appears it's automatic, but it doesn't really tell you why it appears. Kudos. Yeah. Scales of conviction. Yes, that's not what I mean. Conviction and allies. Utility, morality, and liberty. But, like, there's no way to, like, view them, is there? I'm kind of curious how that works. I'm guessing it's mostly behind the scenes.
Do you understand just how dangerous it is for a young prince to go gallivanting off on a whim?
Punish me if you will. But if I hadn't gone gallivanting, I never would have learned the state of things outside our own kingdom.
Oh? Well, if you are so interested in international affairs, then I have a fitting role for you to play. You will oversee the Grand Norzellian mines.
Father, it would be a privilege.
I fear that punishment would provoke no reflection, and so I would rather put your energies to work for the kingdom.
I shan't let you down, Father.
I am not blind to your feelings, my son. I understand that my methods vex you. Nevertheless, I ask that you stay out of harm's way, and give me no reason to worry.
Of course.
Mining is grueling, thankless work. Show the miners the appreciation they deserve.
I shall. You have my word.
The necessary provisions have been arranged, Your Highness. You are to deliver them to Dragan.
Father, may I bring Lord Wolfort? It is his job to oversee the operation after all. And his closeness with Dragan may engender goodwill.
I know you trust him a great deal, Roland. But I would remind you that his betrothal now binds him to Frost. You would do well to be wary of any move he or his house might make.
So you share Franny's views on the matter. Nevertheless, Serenoa is a friend I could never hope to replace. A friend I trust no matter your opinion of him.
Concerning words, Your Highness, House Wolford must be subject to the same scrutiny as any other.
Roland.
Herb.
Bring these tidings to Gustadolf at once.
Herb with lots of frames.
Good. I have important news for all of you. What you see before you is to be seized by the Duchy of Esfrost.
Uh-oh.
You shall not speak of this beyond those in present company. Any who do will be punished to the fullest extent of the law.
That's not good.
Lord Dragan, are not the resources we mine destined to be shared among nations?
This matter is not up for debate.
Is he only doing this because he wants, like, power in this place?
A discovery of this magnitude could reshape all of Norzelia. And so I ask this of you. Stand with me as I lead this great realm into a new era.
So it's gotta be something like salt.
You risk much giving us these orders. I shall do exactly as you say.
I thank you. I have already sent the Archduke a letter.
So Roland's in
informing him of
trouble
our
coming
find.
here then.
When I am appointed Prime Minister, I promise to reward you all handsomely for delivering me such a boon.
You are to be Prime Minister?
Or Ambassador to Glenbrook, perhaps. Time will tell. Either way, with this I shall make my mark.
And this is the problem with their system, I guess.
And do what neither Father nor Gustadolf ever could.
Because based on what we've seen, that should promote him pretty heavily.
What news from Dragan, dear brother?
I never dreamt our hypothesis would prove true.
So you take him at his word?
I have no choice. The spy I sent to shadow him corroborates his report.
You didn't trust him?
And? What are his demands?
He wishes to be named Prime Minister in exchange for secreting it away to Esfrost. Negotiations with Glenbrook are in the offing, should I refuse.
So he means to threaten you?
He is stronger than I believed him to
And
be.
I like Dragan too. He's kind of being a dick.
What would you do, were you me?
Keep the secret safe, naturally. Did you not send a spy for this very reason? Surely expected this would happen.
I did. And they have been issued emergency orders.
Oh, are they gonna kill Dragan?
Then leave the rest
They don't
to
need
me.
him.
I shall depart at once.
How fortunate I am to have a brother who knows me so well. Ah, Dragan, you will rue the day you dared place Glenbrook beside me on the scales of your feeble judgment. I hand down the orders. Yield or be crushed beneath my heel.
This is awkward since we just met this guy and we're all friendly. Haven't saved it in a bit. I could buy one of those abilities. Let me just see if like how good they are. The healing one might be interesting. You could just heal someone randomly. Oh, there's more stuff here. Move an ally's turn directly after your own. That would actually be just as good because you could move the healer's turn. I still don't know how QP works. We should get this. We'll also grab all these ones. Oops. So, Salt Iron War. I was kind of curious about this actually. So yeah, they fought against his aunt. So what about the Rizels or whatever? Okay. Oh yeah, wait, I want to see, what were the other ones? Salt and meat. Okay. Move slowly and have difficulty casting spells in succession. Great damages at the front lines. Diagonal shot is more likely to strike true. Yeah, that makes sense. Seem like just general tips.
The dress measurements are finished at last. I applaud your patience.
Is it exactly as you hoped?
It is indeed. I can hardly wait to see it finished.
I am glad to hear it.
There you are.
Prince Roland. And Huette besides. What brings you here?
We were looking for you.
We inquired around Castle Wolfort and heard you all had come here.
But oh yeah, he wants us to come with him, so we're in trouble when we go to the mine.
Father has asked me to keep watch over the mines. Won't you join me?
You scarcely need ask. Of course.
A wise course of action, seeing as you will be overseeing the mining operations.
And we can present Dragan with the gifts we procured abroad.
A fine opportunity to get to know the man better. He is quite talented, is he not?
He is a man with grand visions for the future. That much is certain.
Yeah.
I shall tell you more of him along the way.
Then let us waste not one moment more.
Written visions that help himself.
I'll have the dress ready in time for the ceremony, my lord.
You have my thanks, Jerome.
Serenoa and Frederica journey to the Rosellan village so she may be fitted for her wedding gown. The young lord gains an unexpected moment of quietude while he waits. However, Roland soon arrives with orders from King Regna to inspect the grand Norzellian mines, where Dragan has made great progress.
Even I forgot to check. Forgot to check if there were new fights in the encampment. At least I think I did. Oh, there is one more. Before I do that though, I'll take a small break to go to the washroom. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so I guess we'll do this. Combating mages? That's kind of scary. I guess we get to try out our new guy. Oh, it's all mages. I'm trying to think. Pretty much need Roland in this fight. He needs to get in there quickly.
To battle with pleasure.
I want him in. Whoops. But who do we take out? Guess I could take her out and put him in.
Aye, can do.
Oh, I guess I don't want to group up, do I? I'm a little worried how this fight's gonna go. I think we're good with this group. Maybe I should have brought more buffers though. Is that right? The pace of battle? I'm good. Curious, so how many do I have? We have 2, and we could use that, but we can only use one at a time or whatever. Healer.
Battle is ours.
What does it have to be to fire?
From where shall we strike? To work.
Hmm. I'm a little worried about doing this, but
Yeah!
one down.
I've been waiting for this. To victory!
Guess I could use that before moving. Now that I think about it. Shit.
Shall we begin?
Be at ease.
Thank you.
They're coming right in to fight. They're mages. What are you guys doing? Oof. Ah, that's gonna hurt.
Sheer gall. You don't stand a chance. Yes. Forward.
Actually, doing Shrek.
I'll make this quick. That hit the mark.
I won't give in.
Either or is good, I guess.
Goodbye.
Get rid of the mage.
What have we here? What now? You're done for! Hello, me. I've
Oh,
gained
you learned
new
Hawk
strength.
Dive. Neat.
Huh. I'll take you on. Gotcha. What have we here?
Cool heads shall prevail.
Allow me.
Apologies.
Surprise. Mage would come out.
What to do now?
Wait, which way are you facing? Yeah.
Brace yourself! Did you see that? I shirk from no danger. For the honor of House Wolford.
Hawk Dive. Physical damage to one enemy. Sure.
Ah!
Missed!
Now!
Oops. Oop, jeez. Camera moves so fast. I guess that's everything? Could upgrade someone if I want. Don't have the materials really. I guess for Roland we do. Increases defense. What the heck's gonna happen here? We're gonna have to fight, again.
How will Gustadolf respond to my offer? I should think there's but one logical answer. Should he refuse for some reason, I will need Father's aid. I must apprise him of the situation.
Lord Dragan, Prince Roland is here from the Crown City.
What's this?
Let's put a wrench right in his plans. Just by showing up.
Prince Roland and my friends of House Wolfort. To what do I owe the honor?
Apologies for the sudden nature of our visit, Dragan. I have come on Father's orders to offer our sincere gratitude, as well as to observe the mining operation.
Splendid! The miners will no doubt be heartened by your Highness's presence.
Does the mining continue apace?
Indeed it does. There are no problems to report.
Sure.
And what of your trip abroad, Lord Serenoa?
It was most enlightening indeed. We even brought something for you. I do hope it's to your liking.
Authentic as frosty cheese. One of my favorites.
We thought you might be in need of a taste of your homeland after so much time away.
I have visions of this cheese in my sleep.
What?
You have no idea how happy this makes me.
It is enough to see you happy.
I am glad our deliberations were not in vain.
Dragan, I believe it was you who said the future is in the hands of the ardent youth. We are of like mind. Let us shape the future together.
Yeah, I don't think you guys are.
Indeed. That future is close at hand. I suspect we will reach across the border and ask for your cooperation in due course.
And I shall gladly assent.
Yes, we eagerly await your offer. Now then, I was thinking I might examine the quarry.
Wait, Your Highness! One of the tunnels caved in but a few days ago. I would advise against entering just now.
Did you not assure us moments ago that the mining continues apace?
The miners are working to repair the damage as we speak. It is simply too soon to allow you inside.
Was it caused by a blast?
It was, in fact. We were perhaps a bit overzealous in attempting to remove some of the bedrock.
I'd no idea your explosives were so powerful. How do you make them anyway?
I would love to tell you, Your Highness, but I'm afraid we must keep some of our secrets. What I can say is that salt is a vital ingredient.
Surely you jest.
I thought you'd be surprised. I could scarcely believe it myself at first. A gargantuan tome in the archives opened my eyes to the many uses for salt, beyond seasoning our daily dishes. And now I pass what I've learned to you, Lord Serenoa, as a token of my gratitude for your visit.
The power of salt.
'Tis a compendium of my research on the uses of salt. I encourage you to peruse it at your leisure.
I most certainly shall. 'Tis a most valuable gift.
Fascinating indeed. I too would like to read it when you are through, my lord.
I look forward to hearing your impressions.
At any rate, I see the sun hangs low. Shall we save a tour of the mine for the morrow?
Yes, perhaps that would be best.
Yes, of course. I shall prepare entertainment and lodgings for your party at once.
So he's gonna have to do something before tomorrow. I kind of want to read those notes too, because I don't know how useful salt is in this world. Whoops. Oh. Hitting the wrong thing. Okay, I thought I would have put it at the bottom, but apparently not. Necessary for human survival. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Huh. Sounds like the right one. See some glowy bits down there. Oh, I guess he just walked down. Ooh. Oh, that is something going there. Gotta get that when I'm up there. Wait, how did I get up there before? Didn't I just walk down? How am I getting back up? Oh, here. Obtain stone. I mean, there's stones everywhere. Oop. Vanguard scarf? Guarantees first action at the start of battle. Huh. I feel like that would be most useful with him, right? Buff someone right at the start? How's my levels going here? All my frontliners are getting the most levels. I'm not gonna worry too much, I guess, about keeping them balanced. Like, I'll try as much as possible. But obviously you want, like, the most useful people to just do what they have to do in battle. I guess we're done here, right? I don't see any other shinies. Hard to tell because there's like those little dots that rise up. Oh, fight? Level 5 recommended? I mean, we have a few people level 5. So are they just gonna try to get rid of us? Is that what's gonna happen here? Gonna end poorly for them if they do.
No word from below, you say? They haven't tried to flee, have they?
No, sir. I've not seen a single soul emerge from the mine.
Very well then. I shall make contact with them myself.
Uh-oh.
Was that? It came from within. What is the meaning of this?
What the? Oh, spies.
As Frosty soldiers. Why are they at the mines? No. Did he see through my plot?
Clear the mine. Leave no survivors.
So this is like an active war here, right?
Those dogs.
Okay. Oh, we have a lot of people deployed right now. 9 units? So everyone's deployed. Okay. So we got a group over here. Big group up there. Small group over here. So we need to divide everyone up. I think Eridor should be over here and by this group. I don't know if they could take him on their own. Oh, but then again... I'm trying to think how to divide this out properly. I think I'll keep her over here actually. They'll take care of those ones first. Kind of want to go up here to protect him, but I'm hoping he's smart enough to back up. I'm a little worried about this. No matter what, I don't think I should be pressing too much forward. That's why I'm kind of hoping that Dragan knows to fall back. Just since he's got a book in his hand, I'm guessing he's a mage. Without issuing command, the time until your next turn will be reduced by the following amounts. No movement, 10. No command. Oh, that's interesting. I like that.
Let us pry out their weakness. Stay composed.
Aye, I'll keep on then.
Shit.
Your orders?
I was hoping the poison goes that far. Oh, they have the high ground here.
Supper.
Oh, she gets 2 turns with that. I should be using that more often then. So you can poison like 2 people if you want.
I won't lose!
If it's a fight you want, the flames consume you. That seemed to do the trick.
Nice. Now, yeah, get back.
The hunt is on.
That's what I wanted from him.
Darkness engulfs you.
Yeah, these guys up here are gonna be hard to deal with.
We doing this?
Aim and fire!
Nice.
I've been waiting for this.
I guess go fight on his level.
Come on!
I shall do what I can.
Now here comes the problem. Who do I heal? He's gonna need healing at some point, but so she could reach him if I move 1 square up. So I'm gonna try and keep her in this area. Village again.
Be at ease.
Many thanks.
Nice try!
Probably should have put our mage up there. Ow!
I will end this.
Like, she should be actually over here. Again, I don't know what the purple ones mean. Take him out, Arc of Flame Shield? Oh, he's wait. Fire resistance for 2 turns and grant them ability to counter fire attacks. That would actually be something I'd want up here. Because there's mages, but I don't think that's going to be helpful right now. Okay, we'll go here. Scorch the one guy, I guess.
2 ashes.
Oh shit, he's gonna start firing at us. I could get our archer up there.
I see a path to victory. All for victory.
Get used to this.
I will end this.
Not gonna do a lot.
Supper. for life.
My turn.
Ooh. I don't want to go charging in there, that's for sure. I guess my goal is to kind of... I'm gonna try to keep him safe while backing out, hopefully. And then maybe he'll be able to do damage. Oh shit.
This battle is ours.
That should get him down.
This ends now!
Curses! What's going on?
Yeah, he's got some of the damage up there. Oh, he's
Where
backing
shall
up
we
though.
strike? Here!
Oh shit. So we're keeping them busy a little bit. Could use a high ground advantage, but ah shit, I didn't even think of that. Oh.
Come at me!
It's not gonna kill him.
Come on!
Let me heal your wounds. Allow me.
Thank you.
Uh-oh.
I fight for peace.
Freaking archers, man. We got to get her out of there. I could try to take them out, but then that puts her at some major risk.
With the powers in me.
Ah, shit.
There is no mercy on the battlefield. You have nothing left.
Nice try!
Charge!
Oh, the problem. Oh, wait a minute. The opposite is what I want.
I will go through if I must.
Your orders?
It's over. Here I come.
Hmm. Guess we get to use our first item.
May fortune favor us.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, so it does use up your turn. I need to use more items, especially in this fight.
Forward.
Oh, he can't jump up there, so... Oh, you can use healing items on other people, too. Invigorating spice, too. Huh.
Use this!
My apologies.
You traitors!
Ah, he's not gonna attack.
We doing this?
Damn,
Eat dirt!
Yeah, hopefully they back up a little bit.
Allow me. Much appreciated.
Oh wait, does that line mean they're trying to aim for that person? No, he's just going after him now.
I cannot die. Not until I make my dreams for the future a reality.
Come at me! Hurts, don't it?
I don't know if he can attack from the above ground. I'm guessing he can.
Allow me.
She doesn't have any. Let her rest up a bit. Ah.
Let us pry out their weakness.
Ah, we had no advantage from doing that. Not gonna do much damage though.
Let us steel our defenses.
Good. Very good.
My turn. I'll try this.
You know what? Stay there.
Time to work.
You won't get away with this.
What is he doing? Like, man, I guess it did a lot of damage.
Victory is ours.
Good try.
Nice dodge.
Forward.
It's gonna be hard to get into these mages. I don't know where they're going. But... Okay, so she needs to go down here. Heal that bastard.
Allow me.
Much appreciated.
My growth is plain to see.
This isn't over yet. Gotcha.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I fight for peace.
I kind of want to attack the group over there, but...
Flames, heed my call.
Soften them up a bit for someone else. Uh-oh.
Ouch!
Nice dodge.
I'll take you on!
So they can probably take him out, right? So he's gonna go over here and deal with this guy.
Come on!
I see a path to victory.
Oh, that's not gonna be very helpful at all.
It is time to strike.
You have my thanks.
Tomorrow is a new
Bird of
day.
prey? Move him up here so he can help out.
Time to work.
Oh shit. Just attack up front. Oh, that's fine though.
It's over.
So, because she has act twice, is that gonna make her turn faster?
Must erupt such a force.
Because she's not using her second
But I
attack?
know I am in the right. They will not take me so easily.
Charge!
Hmm.
Take that! Forward! Death from above!
Whence this quarrel among friends? What happened in Esfrost?
No one said nothing about Wolford showing up.
Uh-oh. Oh, goddamn, that heal. Some nice range.
Here I come.
You know what? Blinding arrow just because it's not gonna kill
You'll get
him.
no mercy from us.
If it's a fight you want.
He didn't get to attack? Well, I guess he needs to heal his magic too. Uh-oh.
Maybe next
That's fine.
time.
I shall do what I can.
Who needs healing? Oh, he does, yeah.
Your wounds are healed.
Cheers.
We doing this?
Yeah, let's try and get him in the front grounds, I guess.
For myself.
Owie.
Curses!
My turn.
Did she not do that? Why is it not letting me?
Supper.
Maybe she needs clear line of sight. The backstab too.
You won't escape. Sound strike.
Come at me! You're done!
I don't know if I can get up through this way. I don't think I can. We'll go here just in case.
I won't lose!
No, that's too risky. I was hoping to kill him.
Brace yourself!
I see a path to victory.
Bird of prey? Always movement and jump.
This should do.
Aye, I'll keep on then.
Maybe that'll help him get up
Defeat
there.
is not an option.
You traitors!
If he picks up items, does it give it to me? Nice.
The hunt is on. This ends now!
Ah, damn. I want to get her into the battle quickly, but this archer's being annoying.
No!
Oh shit. I mean, as long as they're not fighting me, they're just healing, I'm fine with it.
Let's go then.
That way he can get closer.
Shall we begin?
Sure, go for it.
Be at ease.
This will help.
Not a chance!
Your orders?
Oh, she can jump up.
Supper. You won't escape.
I won't lose!
Should go after the mage. Oh, but we can't kill either of them, really.
My lance strikes true!
You won't beat me! Push on through!
I see a path to victory. All for victory.
Our victory is assured. Defeat is not an option.
I guess we're going for Hawk Dive.
Death from
Take him out.
above.
Your numbers dwindle. Keep pressing the attack. Victory is at hand.
The hunt is on. Take that!
God damn it. I guess because she's in ice, she has decreased accuracy, it said.
What's going on?
Oh, he's going the long way.
To work.
Oh, shit. I guess that's fine. I'm just gonna keep running away.
Time to work.
Oh, you made a mistake.
Victory is within reach. A new power.
Take cover. Oh, is that finally what I think it is? Become invisible for 2 turns. Nice. You act or stand directly in front of a foe. I remember invisibility being really fun in the demo.
Cool heads shall prevail. Your wounds are healed.
Much appreciated.
For victory!
Oops.
Let us pry out their weakness.
So let him chase a little better.
Victory.
Ready for more! You won't beat me!
Oh, sprint's still on, technically.
If it's a fight you want.
Go pick up the loot for me if you can. We're closing in.
The hunt is on.
To work.
Well, let's give him experience for planting. Oh, you can plant them anywhere?
This'll be fun.
Oh, it doesn't. So I can plant a bunch whenever he doesn't have turns. Flame shield.
Let me help.
Just trying to farm experience for extra turns.
For a better world.
Should be doing that more often.
Into the shadows.
My turn.
Finally, we got up to them. Ah!
Shall we begin?
Oh, oops.
Allow me. I appreciate it.
Come at me! Push on through!
I shall try my level best. This should do.
Splendid. Defeat is not an option.
Ah, shit, not close enough still.
If it's a fight you want.
This battle is ours. You'll get no mercy from us.
Oh. Ow.
To work.
Cornered mage is still dangerous.
Gotcha. Got me an idea.
Fight or flight.
Allow me. For the good of all.
Sheer goal. My lance strikes true. For my kingdom.
Shall we begin?
Just feel like we're getting like extra turns here to just level up, which I'm fine with.
I see a path to victory. Let us steel our defenses.
I shall do my best. Come at me! Time to die!
Nice.
Look at me learning.
That was a fun fight. We didn't lose anyone. Now we have to deal with...
What is the meaning of this?
Again.
Why Zesfrost attacking the
He's
mines?
obviously gonna Y here.
They're gonna melt down their own forges next?
Incomprehensible. The miners have all been slain.
How? How did it come to this? Lord Dragan, you know something of this, do you not?
You've nothing left to hide. Talk.
I underestimated him. I never thought he would go this far.
Oh shit! They got him.
Dragan, no!
There are survivors.
How dare you! Ugh. Stay with me, Dragan. Be strong.
Forgive me. Had I but spoken the truth, it would not have come to this. I thought, at last, I could step out of their shadow. That I had the upper hand. Father. Father. Forgive me.
Dragan, no!
Oh.
What in the world is happening?
He was a dick, but he was kind of a friendly dick.
We can do naught to set this right, my lord. Let us inform the king at once.
Hail! Is Prince Roland among you? I have a message.
Speak it now.
Whiteholm Castle is under attack, Your Highness.
Huh?
'Tis the Esfrosti army.
Oh, shit, war started.
Damn it all! The hell is going on?
Control yourself. At any rate, we must confirm exactly what has happened.
Let us return to the kingdom. Frederica, my heart aches for you, but
We've no time. I know. I am with you.
would this did not fall to you. But alas. See to it that Dragan receives a proper burial.
Yes, my lord. Take care. The army has the crown city surrounded.
Nothing about the miners, though? You should all get a proper burial. Uh-oh.
Ah, a survivor. Kill him.
Oh no! We've left this man to die. You're not supposed to kill the messenger.
There you are, fair Dragan.
Oh, but they don't know that we know.
What a
We'll
pity
kind
that
of
your
know
dreams
what's going
of being
on.
Prime Minister shall be nothing more than that. Tell me, does it pain you?
Lord Thalas, a word.
Why would you want to work with someone
The entire
though?
regiment of assassins have fallen as well. This bodes ill.
Although I guess he's technically the one that gave the order.
It matters not.
His father
so long as
wanted
the
it
miners
too.
have been slaughtered. Saves us the trouble of having to silence them.
But, my lord...
Enough. Dispose of our dead and be done with it. My brother will wish to hear that we did.
Aye, my lord. Shall we bury Lord Dragan as well?
No. Leave him to rot. Or fill the belly of some mangy cur.
Damn, and after we went and toured their place too. New dawn completed. I feel like we're coming up to the demo part and I'm starting to remember various things. Okay, I will be right back, BRB. Alright, I'm back. Oh jeez.
That night, Esfrost invades Glenbrook without warning. The attack is all the more shocking, coming on the eve of the two nations' grand new mining venture. The Duchy easily rushes into the Crown City, taking advantage of Glenbrook's unprepared defenses. Caught unawares by the sudden assault, Glenbrook's scattered forces can do nothing to fend off the invaders. Serenoa and his retinue rush from the mines to King Regnar's aid, slipping past the siege into Whiteholm Castle via the secret passage, known only to Prince Roland.
Nice. Encroaching darkness.
Hold strong! Don't let them get to the castle!
Aye, sir.
Oh, he wasn't very useful.
That armor! The Black Irons! Esfrost! Esfrost is attacking! What? Why does the Duchy march against us? This is a flagrant breach of the treaty. Levy a complaint against Archduke Gustadolf immediately.
I don't think that's gonna matter.
I fear we're past the time for formal complaints, Your Highness. We can hold them no longer. We must inform His Majesty at once.
Of course. My father and Cordelia must be protected at all costs.
Esfrost invaded the Crown City by night! Preposterous! Gustadolf, what is that bastard scheming?
Lord Simon, I bring word from King Regna. He says, should the crown fall, Glenbrook is in your hands.
Your Majesty. Fetch my armor! I march to the Crown's aid!
Please, my lord.
Oh jeez, he's in no position to do this.
And his retinue to return.
Out of my way! I pledge my loyalty to His Majesty, and it's a vow I intend to...
Your heart, my lord! Summon a healer, quickly!
Damn it! Death cannot take me yet. Serenoa, Benedict.
Character stories are now available. Rally new allies to your cause. Learn more about those who already joined you. Huh. I'm guessing this is one such story? Silvio House Telior?
The Crown City is under attack? By whom?
Esfrost, it appears. They say the Archduke himself leads the charge.
Gustadolf. Then this will be no mere skirmish.
What shall we do, my lord?
Protecting the royal family is House Wolfort's duty. Let us bide our time and see how they fare.
You would not make for the capital, my lord? Our kingdom's very fate hangs in the balance.
Which is all the more reason why we must not act rashly. Esfrost is too strong a foe for House Telior to face on our own. For now, tighten our defenses, and bring thee what information you can.
Yes, my lord.
Wouldn't it be better to just, like, sneak in behind them? Character stories, 2 of them. Boy in strange looking garb. I guess we'd probably do both of them anyway, but this guy looks interesting. I'm guessing we're getting recruits here. Mage?
Halt! This is the encampment of House Wolfort.
Splendid. For it's Lord Wolfort himself that I came to see. Lead me to him, my good man.
Big words from a shady-looking fellow in that ridiculous garb. Be gone at once.
Ridiculous. Why, I'll have you know that these robes are a treasured relic of...
Did I ask about your robes? I said, be gone.
Wait, I say! Who there? Lord Wolfort! Can you hear me?
What's all the commotion here? This strange lad demands an audience with you, Lord Serenoa, and stubbornly refuses to leave.
The name's Narv. Grandson and last disciple of the Archmage Grandante. Here to offer my services.
Okay. Welcome aboard.
The Archmage Grandante. Forgive me, but in all my years of studying the arcane arts, I've never once heard that name.
You haven't? Oh, I see. I suppose you won't have.
Ah, I'm sorry if I offended you.
You needn't apologize, miss. Let's start over, shall we? Let me show you just what the final disciple of the Archmage Grandante can do.
Wind magic?
Incredible.
Well, What do you think?
I've never seen anything quite like it. Were you born with magic like this? Or perhaps...
My illustrious grandfather, the Archmage Grandante that is, taught me all I know. Please, let me join your army. I'm most certain my sorcery could avail you to no end.
Lord Serenoa, this boy possesses remarkable talent. I must admit, he would make a formidable addition to our forces.
Thank you, Gila. Narv, I welcome you to House Wolfort.
Thank you, my lord. My magic will change the world. Just you wait and see.
Nice. Versatile mage and master of the elements. Cast spells of every element? So like a red mage type thing? Kind of. Change enemies' orientation with wind magic. Okay. So it's a mage that can turn people gay. That's what it sounds like. I know it means by like magic orientation, I guess. I don't know. Or does it mean like the direction they're facing? Serious looking youth?
Thank you for agreeing to see me. My name is Julio.
So, you're looking to pledge your service to us, eh? They tell me you're from the Crown City. Something happened to drive you our way?
I'm afraid so.
Why have you brought me all the way to this place? Whatever it is you wish to speak about, I should hope it is important. I am a busy man.
It is indeed. It concerns the Grand Norzellian mining venture. Pardon me if I'm being presumptuous, but I came across a most curious thing when I was reviewing the particulars of the arrangement the other day. There were documents that I did not recall having seen before. Specifically, documents pertaining to the compensation of the workers contracted to transport the iron out of the mine.
Is that so?
Following the paper trail, I could not help but notice that a not insignificant amount of coin had made its way through paths most circuitous and befuddling into your hands.
Oh, why would you confront them about this?
Something easily
Find someone
overlooked
else.
at a glance, but my eyes are sharper than most. No doubt you have a logical explanation for this?
I haven't need to explain it. Even if I were guilty of whatever it is you have the gall to accuse me of, there is naught you can do about it. All that I have done with Prince Franny's full backing.
You would claim that His Highness is complicit in this?
The high and mighty are always scratching each other's backs. Everyone knows that. Everyone, it would seem, but you.
To think the Crown Prince would be party to such corruption. Has our kingdom truly sunk so low?
It would fall on your head should word of this get out. Considering the nature of the crime, I shudder to think of the punishment. Luckily for you, I've every intention of keeping this matter between us, so long as you don't go running your mouth. Why, I'll even toss in some coin to sweeten the deal. A fair enough bargain, wouldn't you say?
Coin? I spit on your coin.
Nice.
I will not remain silent. I cannot. I will root out the rot of corruption that plagues our realm, no matter what it may cost me.
You stubborn, self-righteous fool! I'd hoped to settle this as reasonable adults, but it would seem that...
Sound the alarm! The kingdom is under attack! Esfrost strikes!
He just
What's
escaped.
this?
Nice. So without the war, he would have been screwed.
Needless to say, the circumstances make my return to the Crown City impossible. Pray allow me to be of service here.
Ah, now it's coming back to me. You were Sir Maxwell's second in command during the tourney, weren't you? You didn't stand out much, but you held your own well enough. Aye, I reckon we could find use for him yet.
Very well then. Be welcome among us. Eridor, see that our new friend gets settled in.
Thank you, my lord. You have my word that I will serve you well.
We're just getting all these people now. Master of Tactics and TP. TP to all allies. Lowers the TP of enemies. Interesting. So we can like target mages and stop them from using spells, but pretty much. Or he could buff our mages to get them to use more. Oh, they come at level 5 too. That's nice. Take a look at them. Oops. Raise the strength and magic attack? Oh, that's pretty good. So pretty much I would put him in instead of, what's his name? It's kind of like a support guy. He's got a blade. I don't know how much damage he does. Oops. So all enemies within range change the direction they face? Kinda neat. HP to all allies within range, so he can heal. These two would probably kind of go nice together. Oh, there's more iron and stone and shit. Probably some of the ones I don't have much of. Not sure what I'd want to increase on him. His weapon doesn't do much, so maybe... Yeah, sure. Accuracy? No, I want her weapon doing more damage. Oh, there's another one. Oh, the 6th one though. The thing is, I'm gonna be stopping soon. Is this one a fight that's out here? I'm just trying to see. That's investigation. Maybe we can do that and then end maybe. And then we could do that training thing afterwards. Next week. This game is so much fun.
Secret tunnels beneath the castle. Who'd have thought?
None but the royal family knew of this secret. They were built as a last resort, should the worst come to pass. Doesn't appear anyone else has been down here before us. Father must still be within the castle.
Along with a host of enemy soldiers, they appear to have breached the gates.
It truly is Esfrost. But I do not understand why.
We will seek understanding later. For now, we must protect His Majesty and the royal family.
Aye. We'll smuggle him to safety one way or another.
We must take care. The castle has fallen into our enemy's hands.
Sure, this is gonna go smoothly, right? That's a little... Guess I'll just say that one. Be diplomatic. See a flashing thing up here. Get it before I forget. That was a kitty. Stone. Oh. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna make it. Did you say you learned all you can about the three houses? No, whoops. Thought I saw something in there. think that's pretty much everything. Oh, the kitty. Fight. Recommended level 7. Well, we're gonna do that training one first. So I'm gonna be ending early, I guess, by a few minutes, but that's gonna happen with this game. I don't want to start a fight with 7 minutes left on my usual stream time. We got a lot done today. Got to chapter 5. I'll be back tomorrow with some, like, pretty much the last stream of Death Stranding. I want to do some post-game stuff. And if I get time, depending on how long that takes, it might take a while because of the last 5-star. Might jump to some more of this game. Never know. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Bye-byes.